Should we press the button? Good evening. Hopefully you can see and hear me. And right, just going to test one thing. One new, well, not new thing, because it should be easy, is I do that. Does it eventually show up on the screen? Hey, it does. Right. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use this in the future, but I thought tonight, because it isn't an official Tuesday night edits, this is just me. Evening, Alan. Yes, can't keep away. Well, to be honest, my prior booking ended about 10 minutes ago. I thought I would jump in. Paul, I tidied up especially for you. Look! It's 5 years of old post and detritus and screws and computer games and whatever else was, screwdrivers and whatever else was on there. It is tidied away. Isn't it so nice? So yeah, just so I could really, I could look approachable and professional on screen for my prior booking. So yeah, it is clear. It is tidy. You can still see the TV remote in the corner behind. But yes, good evening, everybody. Yes. Right. Hi, Karen. Hope you're well. Good evening, Anne. Alan, America was lovely. It was a bit warm for me. Santa Fe is it's a bit on the warm side. But no, what a lovely people they were. All right. So I've tidied up. I've even cleared my bench there as well. In reality, all I've done is move it from there to there. So yeah, just all it is, it's just moved out of camera shot, like lowered, or moved, just out of frame there. So yeah, I still need to get rid of it all. Anyways, good evening, Kangaroo. Yes, clean room. I can slum it for all you lot every Tuesday for the last, since I started. But I thought, since I was getting paid this evening, I better tidy up. Hi, Jazzy. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Good evening, Kazzy. I hope you're well. Well, yeah, I was going to say that's the other thing. Like, in the office here, just there's a big bay window with like a bench in the window, rather than, and that is just stacked high of stuff. So yeah, not good. I'm as messy as ever. So I'm just wondering how many people would show up, seeing as I was not going to stream tonight, but since the booking was for 45 minutes and it ran for pretty much that, I thought I might as well jump on, have a bit of a manana, try out the slightly new layout on the screen. I thought it might be interesting for this kind of bit is to put the chat up there so people can see. So don't be afraid of chatting using the chat feature, because you'll be on, obviously you'll be on screen. Good evening, Justin. I am doing well. Thank you very much, sir. Hope you are too. Are you still playing, was it Valheim? However you pronounce it. Still playing that. Justin, by the way, I see that the new Among Us spaceship level thing is being released on the 31st. So if I get into any group games, which I'm hoping I will, would you be up for a game? Hopefully I'll be streaming a bit of gaming sometime before the end of the week, because the new Fall Guys season started. I would like to have a bit of a go, because the only bits I've seen so far is when my nephew came round and played. He wouldn't let me have a go. So, evening, Stephen. The new posh camera seems to be going all right. Here it is. Although I did think I would talk about it a bit tonight. Yeah, because I'm going to do a video on it, so I need to like put some of the views out there now. You know, off the record, even though it's on the record because it's on YouTube. Whatever. But yeah, I shot some pictures on it. About as much as I can say, because the pictures weren't that great. Because, you know, weather. As Alan will attest, it was a bit pants the other day on, was it Sunday, was it? We went out, mate. Sunday was a bit, Sunday, was it? Sunrise didn't really happen anyway. So it wasn't so good. No, it was Saturday because I was feeling ropey because I had just had my vaccine. Yes, big news. Since last Tuesday, I have had my COVID forgotten how to talk, first COVID vaccine. But I was feeling a bit feverish Friday night and a bit tired all day Saturday, but all good now. All good. So half vaccinated. Or once it kicks in, I will be anyway. So yeah, pants weather. Pants, feeling like crap, so it wasn't so good. So yeah, it didn't really happen. Did Alan? So yeah, Sunday I took it out for its first date. Well, I'm saying I took it out. It shot about 20 photographs in its first daylight, proper daylight imagery. So yeah, a bit dull. I've edited I think in total I've edited 3 ICM shots. But one of the things I was going to do, which I will mention shortly, but I will go through the chat first. Justin, you haven't played it since your last stream. Career-wise. Yeah. It'd be good to get an Among Us game. So anybody else that fancies a game of Among Us possibly whilst I stream over on Twitch, if you have Among Us, let me know. Because it'll be good to get a bit of a group together, because obviously you need close to 10. And if you have chit chat capabilities and stuff like that, would be good fun, and then we can all kill each other. I'm a murderous bastard, by the way, on Among Us. I'm very, very nasty. Good evening, Stephanie. Susan would like to say that she should know who you are. I mean, you should know who she is. She said it jokingly. Not a camera club presentation, Stephanie. It was like an interview thing for a workshop that Susan Bernstein was running. So just to like talk to the creator kind of chat thing. So it was good. It was good. Very nice people from all corners of the world. Most from America, and there was, I think, one lady in Spain, one gentleman in Switzerland. I think everybody else was at various corners of the US. All very nice people. Thank you, Kangaroo. Yes, half vaccinated. Got it in my arm. Sorted out, right. And Paul, I got the, what do you call it? What was that? I got the D850 from Wex in the end. I just happened, I think it was it Thursday afternoon, I think it was. I just randomly checked and there was one there. So I pressed buy. And it came, it came Friday. And then straight out Saturday morning. I think. Is that the order it came in? Or maybe it was Wednesday and it arrived Thursday and straight out, whatever. Yeah, I think it arrived Thursday. So anyways, I was just intent on buying one, and no matter what the almost whatever the condition was. So I think I got a fairly good deal. It's got 2,000 clicks on the clock. It's in decent nick. Probably some portrait guys had it. So it doesn't look like it's been abused out and about. So all very good. But yeah, Stephanie, well, excellent. Going for your vaccine. You're going now. Best of luck. Hope it doesn't hurt. Yes, Peter, just a random one. Just thought I'd pop on. Well, I'm saying pop on. I'm going to do this bit chat, and then what? I'm going to test that we can actually stream and edit D850 files, because they are a bit heavy, to say the least. I've already crashed the computer twice today. It's a bit of a struggle. I think the next thing is going to be a new computer, unfortunately, and a big expensive one. But the initial files, before I figured out the menu system, 89 megabyte files. Yeah, so they're pretty intensive. I have discovered there's like a lossless compression one, so they're coming in at a very tiny 47 megabytes. So, oh my god. So I'm going to become proficient in deleting images, whereas used to just keep everything. So, yeah, I think vaccines are brilliant things, Kazi. I think everybody should have one. Yeah, I think like friendships could be destroyed by Among Us. It's all good fun. Justin, I'm almost, if the files weren't so big, I'd be looking to break like double the 2,000 clicks within a week. But seeing as you're a bit sizey, so Peter, you've been working on files that are 2 gig lately. I did finish an edit the other day, and I checked. The PSD is 1.1 gigabyte. There was only 4 layers, I think. So yeah, it's a bit rubbish. But yeah, all the best, Stephanie. Mind then again, if it's anything like the vaccination, I was in the place for 4 minutes. It was literally conveyor belt. In, sit down, jab, out. Grand stuff. Good evening, Benny. Hope you're well. I haven't tried it yet, Justin. I must admit. I need to have a little bit of a play. Upgrade my 12 megapixel images to what, 50, something like that. I don't particularly want to upgrade my D850 images up to anything bigger, because they are big enough. Thanks. At the moment, anyway. Yeah, I bought a 4 terabyte hard drive in January, I think, just as another backup for my other stuff, and I can't actually back everything up on it, and that's like prior to 2021 work. This is just like everything back to 2012. So yeah, I either need to do some trimming or just buy another hard drive. I did look today, because there's some offers on Amazon for big chunky external hard drives, like 12 terabyte ones for like 170 quid, something like that. I just need to check that I have 170 quid, because after buying the camera, I am not so sure. But hopefully the commission is finished. I just need them to choose which one it is. For those of you who've been around a while, the commission is done. And then you need to pick which one they want, get it printed, and get it paid for. And then I'll be probably spending some more money on gear and offsetting tax and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so by the way, do you like the chat being on screen? Or even that side? There. That way. Jesus. Coordination, Andy. Do you like the chat being there so you can see? I was thinking maybe we could do this on a Tuesday. Like, normal Tuesdays. Just for the initial chatty bit at the start. And then the chat can disappear after that. Because we always do have to start off with a bit of a chat. Bit of a blather. Like today. That's basically what tonight is. Just a bit of a blather. Nice to see you all after a week. Yeah, there's probably a very significant delay. Can't remember. I think it's bound to be about a minute. And I think I'm not on ultra low latency. I think I'm just on low latency. So I think the things might start falling over if I went but ultra low latency. Yeah. So what was I gonna do? Yeah, the one thing I was gonna push past people was like, people that support me on Patreon, you don't need to worry about this. But for other people, is that I thought, because I've edited 1, I've edited 2, and I've done a third. I was thinking of putting 3 of my initial edits. One of them is a normal photograph, I must admit. So my first edited ICM image that I took last Thursday, a straight shot from Saturday morning, which is probably the only one I've kind of happy with so far, and one from Sunday. I was going to put them full high resolution, or full resolution JPEGs. I was going to put them on Patreon, and anybody that's a supporter on Patreon, whether you have been there for months or just want to join now, so you can download them and print them for yourself at your leisure. Just because that new straight off the new camera will be a bit bigger, and you'll be able to print them a little bit bigger if you so wish, and then you can print them as you if you want, and keep them. And one day if I visit, I'll sign them for you or whatever. Do something like that. I'm just conscious of giving back to you guys, so that's what I was thinking of doing. So if you aren't a Patreon, you can join for as little as $2, and I will put. And also, as soon as you join Patreon, support me on Patreon, you can go back and download anything else that you want that's been on there previously. Because earlier in the month, I put on the the film camera images that I did from the previous video. I made them full resolution JPEGs. They are on Patreon for anybody to download as well. So if you are if you would like any of them to print off at your own leisure, or convert them into wallpapers or whatever you want, just don't sell them. Don't put them on stock sites. So nothing commercial, for your own personal use. But if you want to print any like one of these off and hang them on your wall, you're welcome to do it. I just ask that you joined Patreon, by the way. So yeah, you can get on for as little as $2, but you will, if you join at the $4 mark, I think it is, you get like a monthly wallpaper and stuff. I mean, if you just want to do it like then and then like cancel straight away, fair enough, not a problem. I think I think you lose access before the end of the month, so you would have like 7 days from now. So that's what I was thinking. I will put them on there tomorrow, I think. So it gives you a bit of time to join if you so wish. I'm going to tweet about it and put it on Instagram stories and whatever else. For anybody that's interested in such things. I admit they're not the greatest pieces of work, but they will be, just ready to print and go from there. Just so because I'm still finding my way with it, that I'll just make them available. So if you like just an ordinary shot or a couple of ICM shots, they are there. So I will put them up. So I thought that would be a fun thing to do, because I like giving. I think it's nice. And also, if you join Patreon now, then you might forget to cancel before the end of the month. Then you get 2 months of content. And also for people on Patreon as well, I will, fingers crossed, chat this week, this Friday night so Friday afternoon for most of you. If you can make it, because I realise we are nearly at the end of the month and I haven't organised that yet. It's been just so busy. But hopefully Friday night I will have time for our usually monthly Zoom chat. So yeah, if you don't know, we have a monthly Zoom chat. Always good fun. Bit of a blather. Bit like this, but with you guys talking back at me as well, rather than typing. So it's good. It can be good fun. It can be good fun. Right, is anything else? Anything you want to know about the new camera? It feels weird. I don't know whether I want to pull all the rubber off it yet, but it feels like I can't hold it properly because all the rubber, because the rubber had all come off the back of the old one. See, in this little hole there used to be a rubber pad in there, whereas this one, it's all filled in and I can't get the same grip to hold on, so I definitely need to use the wrist strap. But yeah, it's nice camera. It's actually lighter than the D700, which I was quite surprised at. So yeah, size-wise, they are pretty similar. Maybe a fraction. It's a fraction taller. Actually, no, it looks smaller. Menu systems are a bit different. There's more holes for things. Buttons are a bit different, a bit in a different, like slightly wrong place for what I'm used to. Having the mode on the top of this dial is a bit confusing. I'm used to having it over on here. But I'll get used to it. It has a tendency of turning off when I'm flinging it around. But we'll get used to that as well. But quite nice. Quite nice. I've only got one battery for it, which is a bit of a problem because on Saturday morning I'd used half of it. And supposedly it does 1,800 shots between batteries. I think we'd taken about 40 shots and it was halfway down. So not much fun. Nobody's going. Good evening, Aussie, or good afternoon, I should say. Hope you're doing well. Right. Yeah, Paul, I remember when I got my D700, I had like the plastic cover that you could like clip on. I had that on for ages. And then here we are. Years after that, there's still barely, there's hardly a mark, apart from where I dropped it, obviously. There's hardly a mark on it after all that time. And I probably went for, 3 years with the cover on and 5 years without it. So it lasted not a problem until I bounced it off the car park floor. That's before I got the wrist strap. So it is, Simon. Yes, I spent money onto the D850. So yeah, I haven't. The reason why I bought the D850 was because it did have the multiple exposure modules, which kind of equate to the Canon 5D Mark IIIs and ups. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet because it's buried deep in the menus, along with everything else is buried deep in the menus. Took some configuring to get things how I wanted it, but I think we're getting there. So I just need some more trips out, get used to it a bit better. It retains detail a bit better, I think. You can pull more out of the highlights. So it's got a wider dynamic range, which is good. Be able to pull more out of the shadows as well, which is good. Best DSLR camera ever made. Well, it's probably the last one Nikon's ever making, so it should be the best one. To be honest, I think the mirrorless Nikons, like the D7s, Z7s, I should say, I don't think they're actually an upgrade. I don't think they're as good. By the way, did everybody? Well, maybe not everybody. Did you all watch, or some of you watch Nigel Danson's video from the weekend? He was comparing the D200, which is sitting just behind the camera there, comparing the D200, which was what released in something like 2005, compared to the Z7, his Z7 II, and the differences between them and how much things had moved on in 15 years. That was quite interesting because the colour looked way better on the D200s, on the images with the D200 than the Z7s. The Z7s looked like far too detailed for UK landscape photography because we like mist and soft contrast and stuff. So yeah, the comparison between them, obviously there's a lot more data there to manipulate the colours, but it was interesting how much must be the colour science of how it's captured. It was very, very different. Whether it's possibly contrast issues, not issues, but contrast improvements or whatever. But I know it's really interesting video. Good to see things side by side of the same view with a 15-year-old digital camera compared to the newest Nikon that there is. So it kind of felt like I was feeling like it's like comparing the D700 and the D850 having 12 years difference in technology. So very interesting. I think it's 12 years or 9 years. The Z8 will be an 850. So what about the Z9 that they're going to bring out? Or am I getting confused with Canons? There's the Canon's not bringing out no, the Z9's the D6 kind of range, isn't it? Aye, because it's got like the double-handled thing, as if you had a battery thing on the bottom. I'd seen a picture of it. Yeah, they definitely threw everything at it, Simon. See, they've down the Z7s, no, the mirrorlesses in general. The multiple exposure module, they've ripped that out of it again. So the Z8 isn't. So the Z7 rather isn't the D850 equivalent. This is why I'm not in a hurry to go mirrorless. Had I not been able to get a D850, I probably would have gone mirrorless temporarily. Maybe it's like Z6. If I got to get one for about $1,000 and then flogged it on very quickly to go back up. Good evening, Stephen. But yeah, been interesting. No, I'm not following camera chat. Yeah, camera chat. Cameras everywhere, Stephen. And if you look behind me, there's 2 cameras over there, but they're like the old-fashioned, what you call them? The old-fashioned, what do you call them? Film cameras. So I did put some more film into the new one. What tape did I put in this time? And hopefully it's working. I did shoot some frames the other day. I got to put some Kodak Color Plus, Color 200, whatever that is. I put some of that in. That's the point. That film was kindly donated by our good friend David Byrne, who unfortunately a couple of weeks ago had a heart attack. Now I haven't heard from him since he messaged us earlier this week. So I'm hoping he's still all right. But he was, I don't know if you know, he works away at sea. I think something to do with like merchant vessels. I admit I don't particularly know exactly what he does. But yeah, he was out at sea, had a heart attack, and he's been in a Portuguese hospital for the last fortnight. And he said as soon as he's got the notification that he's fit to fly, he was coming home. I haven't heard from him since. So hopefully, David, if you are watching this or watching it later on, I hope you're well. Do drop us a line to let us know how you're getting on. We'll hopefully see you soon. But yeah, he did say to mention it in the live stream to let you all know that he was doing all right or doing better. But it was, but yeah, not what you want. Bloody heart attack at I'm guessing he's 50, nearly 50. I don't know, but it's, yeah, a bit quick. So I hope he's doing all right. They're having competition who's going to be latest to the end of the stream. I was 10 minutes late myself. Cherry blossom, Simon. That's. I mean, you can do a bit of ICM daffodils here at the minute. But we're not. Well, I think we're forecast for snow tomorrow, Peter. Or Friday, I think it is, on higher ground, higher than us. But yeah, spring might have arrived, meteorological and date-wise, but it feels a bit wintry on the wind out there. So, right, I will gonna boot up some software, so I'm gonna open Lightroom and Photoshop and basically test to see if we can edit an image whilst streaming, because streaming takes up quite a bit of processing power with a few layers of was he back home last night, Alan? Oh, that's good. Good to hear. Like I say, I hadn't heard from him since maybe the weekend or late last week. Well, that's good. I will drop him a line. So yeah, I'm gonna loading up Photoshop and Lightroom, and then we'll edit an image just to see how bad and stuttery the stream gets, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not. Doesn't mean there'll be no more Tuesday night edits because I can't edit anything because the stuff's too heavy. Right, you scroll down. Ah, fantastic. I'm sure the family's taking good care of them. Why is Photoshop not working? I know it crashed twice earlier, but it's being very, very slow. How far down are you, Simon? It'll take about 10 minutes to reply. You're way down south somewhere, aren't you? Right. Let us switch scenes, actually. Let's go to that. Hopefully, right. So we have some D850 ICM images. Oh God. Right, so I'm going to, yeah. So I've already done a bit of tweaking on these, so we don't need to bother with that, but I'd imagine I'm just going to get the dust spot thing out just to see how if that has any slewing effect. There's a few dust spots. That's the other thing, like new camera, new dust spots to remember where they are. See, that's blaming slow, that. Ugh, what happened there? Wow, that's slow. Okay, let's... Computer screaming. Right, so... Right, just as a warning, these three images I tried to load into Photoshop twice earlier, and they never actually completed. So let's see how this goes. That'll be the 40 megapixels. Yeah, I know, 40 megapixels on not the fastest computer. Right. So, anyways, let's go for it. Open his layers in Photoshop, and I will see you in half an hour. Oh my God, just get on with it. Yeah, so last time I tried to open it, only 2 of the layers opened. Hellish. Ooh, come on. Yeah, I'm just watching the stats on the streaming thing. Everything is probably slowing down as well. Skipped frames due to encoding lag, 754. So 1%. FPS is still at 30, which isn't too bad. I can see it's skipping now. Down to a few 20s. But then again, when I had the old computer, it used to have, used to regularly get down to 2 frames whilst loading stuff in, so. Yeah, I might have to plan. I might have to plan things more. Never mind that, Ozzy. Never mind that. It is. Oh, it's actually loaded all 3 in. What a marvelous site! Marvelous. See what happens after that, though. I'm sure a crappy old Mac would struggle as well. So let's not get religious with our Macs and our PCs. Some of us use PCs because that's all I can afford. Remember, this computer was given to us very generously. Right, so all good so far. It is doing more than what it did earlier. Because beforehand it was taking... I was moving over this and it just wasn't doing anything. It was just freezing, so... Wonderful. Shame about the image. Right, so I'm just going to go and multiply, because these were taking very, 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 like, mid-afternoon, so it was very sunny. So, let's do the usual. Where's the... Bring that one across. There we go. Something like that. Doesn't need to be precise, and the best thing is I don't need to do all this, the edge blending thing, because I've got more pixels to play with now. I don't need to maximize the canvas size, because the new canvas size, it's deeper than what the old one was across the way, if that makes any sense. Right. Oh, yeah. Let's have a bit of a play around. It's the wrong button. I missed it. Let's go to that. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to work on these and find the right combinations for stuff, new way of working, new colour size. Because the one thing I have noticed is that the blues are a different blue to what the D700 was. I don't know what they've done. And I noticed that when I was doing the your edits in lockdown last year. I think Aileen gave us a file with like blue skies, and I was like, this blue's weird. So it must be a new blue. Or new blue priority, maybe. I don't know. It's not a very nice blue, I don't think. So anyways, I want to lighten this up quite significantly. Pull you up there. Something like that. And then I want gradient fill, and then it's the wrong way around. Go that way. A little bit more. Something like that, yeah, that'll do. Just playing around. Yeah. I've got 32 in it, Peter, but it needs, for some reason, only 16 shows up. So I think there's a bit of a mix-up. Because it was the old RAM out of my old computer. So I think I do need to buy some RAM. Like 2 sticks of 16 or something, and actually do it properly. So it does work. Alright, and let's add a layer. Just a bit of fun. I'm saying a bit of fun. I'm going to do what I usually do. Drop thingy. Where's it gone? Paint bucket tool, there we are. Drop that in. So let's do it all right at the moment. At the moment. Alright. Let's drop that a little bit further back. There is a little bit of blue there. So yeah, that's about the usual starting point. We'll stick it in Analog Effects Pro and see what happens. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Peter. Because the lad that I got the computer off, I said, "Will the RAM, fit in it?" And he goes, "All you got to do is stick it in and see. Like if it bleeps it, yeah, it doesn't like it." But I think I will have to be investing in some RAM next time. Yeah, I don't think I could cope. I think I know my way around a PC. I don't know my way around a Mac, so it would be ridiculous. Unless I win the lottery and won millions, then I would possibly buy a Mac. I would just buy a really, really, really expensive, good gaming PC. All right, so I didn't notice. Then we dropped frames, but we haven't dropped that many frames. We've dropped 1,000 in total. That's not too bad. It's back to kind of what we were pre-episode 100 with the old machine. What's that one look like? The one thing I've noticed when I've saved anything, it's taken forever. Because, everything's a gigabyte. Yeah, I suppose it's just what you get used to, isn't it, Simon? If you've got both, then a bit of an advantage. Ooh. I like the tonality of this. I like that. Let's try switching the balance. There's a bit of a delay on moving. I mean, there was barely any subtle movements with the last camera, so there's a bit too much of this coming in on that side for the image quality, I should say. So let's just rebalance that, and let's actually drag this around and see what we get. I preferred it darker. It's a bit light. I like the darker, broodier feeling of it all. It's probably only in a very specific area. There's a bit of storm coming in there, and then it's gone. God damn it! Render. Right, I've lost where we were. Where was it? Nearly. Up there. make it darker. A little bit about there. Move the lens vignette to down here. Make that stronger. Yeah. So I want that. I want the castle just to be. How's the rendering, everybody? By the way, they're coming through okay. Is any actually as I'm doing anything? Was there any breakages to the sound or anything? So you're all talking computers. Good. Yeah, let's just keep all the darkness in the sky. Something like that. It's quite nice. I'm just putting. No, I did. I'd already done the work earlier, hadn't I? We don't want that there. Leave the film type off. Drop the blacks on there. No, that's too much. Yeah. It's a bit tricky. Let's try the lens vignette again. I'm just trying to get away from that very dark corner. Maybe use the rectangle. That adds in. That is a bit better. Yeah. Big blank area here, but who cares? Who cares? Okay, let's okay that. Obviously, this is a thing we're going to have issues with whilst streaming, is that it takes longer to get from one to the other. Lovely. Ooh, do like that colour scheme. Right. What am I going to do? Stop looking at that screen, Andy, because the colour's all different. Hopefully everybody sees what I see on this screen, because it looks better. Fantastic, Stephanie. Well done. Well done. Hopefully. Which one did you get, Stephanie, by the way? Was it the Johnson or Moderna or Pfizer? Because you guys don't get the AstraZeneca one. I got the AstraZeneca one, and it was I think it's because it's like more biological and bakery than the other ones. I think it's probably more things going on in it. It's probably why nobody trusts it. But they do reckon the younger they are, the more chance of an adverse reaction to it. The oldies are like sticking in my arm and they're fine. Anybody slightly younger and they're like, God damn, I'm hobbled. Right, what am I doing? Apart from talking crap as usual. I'm gonna try to fill in that bottom corner a little bit. Let's see. We're just gonna test things out later. Edit, man. Transform, free transform. That's what I'm looking for. Let's turn this round. Get down. Shit. That's the wrong thing. So, yeah, could always be about there. Blend modes. Down in. Yes, was it good? Just about get away with it. It's a bit heavy-handed, maybe. Let's drop the. No. Darken. I need that to go up. Oh, no, it's going to have to be normal. Let's go. Yes. Enter. Just render it, for God's sake. Render it. Yep, reds. Because you're so old, no ill effects. Good to see you've been vaccinated as well, Ozzy. Good stuff, sir. Oh, come on. Is it done? Has it rendered it? It has. Right. Okay, let us get a thingy going. What you call it? Gradient. It's the wrong way around, Andy, you cretin. God's sake. Right, that's filled in that bottom corner. It's quite dark, but hey. Not so much wrong with that. I think, look at that, you can go into 100%. And it doesn't, you know, it's not just a little bit smaller. Not just a little bit bigger than the screen. Now this problem, if I was to print it myself, that problem would be a bit of an area. Turn a bit mucky. Recommend glossy paper. Yeah, I think some of them will just a little bit, just adverse reactions. That's all it is. Means the body's reacting to it, so it's doing its job. So I was probably, you know, reasonably happy that it had had an effect on us. Right, I'm just going to use the eraser. Another bit of a tester. How good this could be. And I'm just going to paint in over. Wait for it to render. God's sake. Something like that. Grand. Actually, drop the strength a bit to about 55, 60. There we go. About there. It's a little bit lighter. Bloody hell, Diamond. I think that I haven't heard that many reactions about the Pfizer one. Well, that was fine after hers. So, well, if you've been diagnosed, Simon, you'll be to the front of the queue. But losing a stone in 3 weeks isn't good, sir. Unless you're purposely losing it. Which, to be honest, to try to counteract the diabetes, if you change your diet massively, you can actually spur the body into get going again, doesn't it? Yeah, but any diabetes, then you're almost straight away into the at-risk category. So I want to hope they get onto that straight away on purpose. That's it. Good move, sir. Good move. Right, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layer finished image. So let us wait and see how saving it will affect the stream. See how many frames we drop. See how long it takes, because it's going to take a while. File save. 0%, 25%, 26, 27. See, on the old one, it would just go straight to 99 and then sit there for 5 minutes. This is actually ticking through it. So it'll be interesting to see how big the file is. This 8 layers. when it eventually goes through. 16, 21, March 21, 325. Don't. That's when it's saving at the minute, I think. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think lots of variation. Good excuse for taking the rest of the day, I think, Stephanie. Yeah. Right, Simon, right. It's I didn't think stress could do it. I thought it was just a bad lifestyle. But no, but yeah, not good. But yeah, got to be more careful now. But if you're doing the right thing by getting that weight, or losing the weight straight away. Yes, so there's always some browns around. Same there, Stephen. Always some browns. With me, stress it up off the already. Right, 72%. It's on. So this is the future, guys. This is how the stream's going to be. It's going to be finish an image, save it back in Lightroom, and chat amongst yourselves for 10 minutes. Still on 72%. Come on, computer. Next thing it'll be saying, run out of space. Because I think I am down to about 200 gig left on my main hard drive. So we'll see. Still 72. Oh, it's 73. Just got a 73. Well, isn't this entertainment of the highest order? Like watching paint dry, watching percentage slider move. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, certainly. It's definitely at certain times, Stephen. I think that's what I've been lacking recently. I don't know whether I've just been starting off on ultra bright kind of imagery. It's nice to come back to one like this. Back to my more earthy tones on my neck. Crunching. Yeah, it is. It is surprising that, Simon. But are you, Simon? Are you doing the crash? 600 calories a day diet thing to spike the body into reversing it. 75%. Come on, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to for streams. I think I'm gonna have to have a section that's different to the whilst it's saving for us to go into the cropping section of the streams. We'll see how it goes. So Paul, they'll have made you sit there for the full 15 minutes or whatever when you had yours. Then, if you've got anaphylaxis. 76%. There's an update for you people. 77. Oh. Yeah, well, I guess I've changed. I've changed my diet. I changed it a bit, but yeah, I mean, I'm surprised I've coped so well without the chocolate because up until November, I was having, two decent sized bars of chocolate a week, as well as loads of bread. So I changed mine. I've ditched the chocolate altogether. Bread wise, I've cut the bread down to just lunchtime. And it, initially it flew off, but it's slowly coming off now. But it's steadily coming down. But I mean, I've still got tons to lose yet. Absolute tons. Yeah, Paul. I was actually surprised, but even though you're answering the questions and like, do you suffer from anaphylaxis? I can actually say it now. Suffer from any of that? I said no. I said, do I need to wait the 15 minutes? She goes, no, just read through that thing when you're sitting in the car. By the time you get to the end of it, you'll be all right. I was like, okay. So I literally got in the car and went straight home. Yeah. So, not much fun. Right, this is actually finished saving, so we can go back into Lightroom. Actually, we better just shut this down. Just to save any memory issues. So yeah, we are back to this stage. Actually, it's running quite nicely. I think what I need to do is I'll just need to restart the machine just before the stream, so you can clean out all the day's usage, and then we can go create virtual copy. That's what I was looking for. So we can crop, and let's go for a 2:1. It's a bit narrow. Probably 2:3 is going to be the one to go for. For 1:1, well, there's a bit of a delay there. Yeah, it's not going to work. So it's got more chance of working there. I think it works better as a 4x, whatever, the 8x10. What's that? 4x5. What I will do is just check another virtual copy. Check the other narrow crop 4x3, which is a bit longer. So you just fit in a little bit more. Yeah, actually, that might be working a little bit better. Come on. Yeah, that 8x10 looked a bit. Let me come back where you are. That 8x10 did tighten it up a bit. This one just lets it breathe that little touch more. Yeah, well, I mean, the only chocolate I've been having is the meal replacement shakes. So. Yes, I know moderation. I've been very controlled recently, Ozzy. Yeah, one day I'll get back on the beer as well, but I didn't drink a lot of it beforehand anyway. Right, is that going to zoom in for us? Yes, it is. Good. Right, there was a dust spot somewhere up here, and I can't find it now. Maybe I cropped it out. Oh well. So, well, it's turned out all right, I think. So, what I think I might do, on top of the 3 images that I'm going to give away on Patreon for basically nothing, should you wish to, download this one and print or whatever you want to do with it, then I will add this one as well. So another added incentive, should you so wish, to get your mitts on this one, because I quite like this. I think it's colour-wise, it's turned out nicely. There's the dust spot. It's a bit big. You can barely see it, but let's just do it anyway. A bit of a one there. Everywhere else is fine. Grand. So yeah, I think that will do for tonight. Experiment worked, I think. Made an image. Everything worked. Did the different window with the chat thing. I just need to get me lefts and me rights all sorted out for where it is. Well, I don't think so, Paul. I mean, the lens is fairly old, but it's definitely, the dust spots are definitely on the camera though. So they've obviously been changing lenses. Or Wex haven't cleaned it. So US Charles Russell, I will search him out, Peter. Somebody else for me to research. Somebody gave us a name the other day of another one, a local painter that I need to research. Charles Russell. Right. Thank you very much anyway, Stephen, Peter, everybody. Right, so that will do for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me on for this random Tuesday stream that isn't Tuesday night edits. It is non-canon. I'm not being religious about camera makes either. I mean non-canon as in the storyline. This is just Bernstein. It is good God, Andy, put your fingers on. Like that, Stephanie. She is a subscriber to the magazine, by the way. I think she mentioned she was a supporter of it anyway. So no worries, Kangaroo. I mean, it was only 10 minutes later than normal, but it was a little bit impromptu because I wasn't going to do it, and then decided I need to test it out ready for next week. I thought I would. So, but yeah, Kangaroo, I don't know if your schedule allows, but Friday hopefully it'll be Zoom chat if you can make it, because it might be, because obviously this will be the last one before the clocks change again, because I think it's this coming weekend when our clocks change, so we'll go forward an hour, spring forward, fall back. Yeah, spring forward. So and then the times will be all cocked up again. No worries, Joseph. Thank you for coming along. You could have been chatting all along, mind. Just jumping in at the end. Good to have you. And yeah, I think there's not much else to say. It works just about with doing heavy loading stuff. We've only dropped 1,200 frames the entire stream, and that was probably whilst Photoshop was loading the images up. And the rest of the time it's been fine, so we can crack on next week without any issues. I just need to get out and actually make some more bloody photographs with decent data so we can get some better stuff going. So, right, anyways, that was very, very... No worries, I will be sending the link out via Patreon probably in the next couple of days, next day or two, but definitely before Friday, so... yeah, no, Peter, it'll be I'd imagine it'll be 7:30 my time, so whatever that equates to in new US time. So Stephanie as well, if you can make that, it'd be good to see you, and anybody else that joins Patreon in the meantime. Friday, Stephanie, you were probably getting jabbed when I mentioned it earlier. Right, yeah, it's pretty much the next time I've got time to do it, and I want to squeeze it in before the end of the month, because I like to do it monthly. But I will send send it out on the Patreon posts as per usual in the next, well, probably tomorrow, once I've made a Zoom chat thing and got that sorted. So anyways, I am babbling on, blathering as the title is. Blathering as usual. Been lovely to see you all for this impromptu stream. Good stuff. Oh, you made it home. Good stuff, Stephanie. Safe and back home safe and out of the car. You're not going to get dizzy on us. Right. Lovely to see you all. I've been blabbing on far too long. Let's press that. Back to normal next week. Proper Tuesday night ads. Back in the Andy universe rather than this weird behind the scenes thing. So things might look a little bit different. You know, might retain some of this chat type of stuff. This chat stuff. That chat stuff. Is that quite like that, having that up there instead of just chat off to the side? Gives people that watch it back later on a reason to see why I'm saying certain things. I think, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I think I'll do some more designy work about the stream. Give it a rejig, because it's been it's been a while since I've put anything new into it, so we'll see. Peter, it's lockdown. I wear pajamas all day long anyway, so there's no difference. Or jogging pants anyway. No worries, Karen. Thank you. Good to see you. I'll hopefully see you soon. Saturday morning, Alan. I will let you know. It is, well, it depends on the weather. I am not getting up if it's not going to be red. We'll see. Anyways, right, I'm gonna go because I need some. I need some late supper, and it's been lovely to see you all. Right, I'm gonna go. Is this little thing loaded yet? No, it has now. Right, Andy, shut up and good night. Lovely to see you all. Until the next one, which will be next Tuesday. Keep hard. See ya.